everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new, I do a lot of travel vlogs. I also do some day-to-day vlogs. I'm about to start Vlogmas. This is the prequel to Vlogmas, so this is going to go up on Vlogmas Day 1. But it happened before December. Yeah, if you're interested in that kind of content. I also do some gaming as well, but as of right now on this channel, I'm doing a lot of travel content and Vlogmas. So if you're interested in that kind of content, be sure to give me a subscribe. Also, if you are interested in traveling, I'm a travel agent and my services are free, so feel free to reach out if you want to book a trip. Welcome to the adventure of apartment hunting. This is the start of my apartment hunt. I already did one tour earlier this week. I decided that I'm going to film some of them or show you pictures of some of them, share my journey with you. Today I'm visiting 6 apartments, and the first one is a self-guided tour. So I'm about to go in. Okay. I like the space. I really like the kitchen. Looks like they're in the middle trying to put in the washer and dryer. Okay, one of the downsides, not really closet space, because I'm assuming the washer dryer is going to go there. So there's no closet space. I can put my dresser here. Yeah, it's about the same size as my bedroom right now. So I could probably fit everything. But because of the door, it might make things weird. Since that's the front door. I could ignore it and just put stuff against it anyway. Maybe. Okay, so I have some mixed feelings about that place. There are some things I really, really like and other things that I really don't like. So, and that's probably going to be what it's like for every place I see. It's just which things do I want more. Yeah. I love the kitchen, but it does take up a lot of space, so that's part of the problem, I think. But I love it. I love the kitchen and I love the bathroom. The actual living space is going to be hard to work with. Especially since there's no closet. So all my stuff is going to be out in the living space. I have a little bit of time before going to apartment number 3. But I'm going to head over there because it's a bit of a drive. And I have my coffee. I'm really tired today. I got a late start because I woke up early and then accidentally went back to sleep. And then I didn't wake up to my alarm because I was in the middle of dreaming. So then when I did wake up, it was time to leave. So I had to hurry up and get ready. At least this one was a self-guided. So I wasn't meeting anyone here, so that's good, because I would have kept them waiting. And I had enough time to look around, so that worked out at least. But I did leave in a rush. Okay, so I drove to this area now. Those next 3 appointments are going to be really back to back and close to each other. So I'm going to one at 11:30, one at 12, and one at 12:30. It's 11:07 right now. I'm going to try to show up early to this one so that maybe they can get me in early if possible. Because this one I meant to schedule for 11, but the system is really weird that they use, and it kept changing my times like automatically. So yeah, but already my thoughts about this one so far. There's tons and tons of construction happening on the main road that's right outside. So I'm not sure. That might be really annoying. It depends on, you know, how insulated the apartment is. And then the other thing is parking. Parking will be hard. I had to park around the corner up the hill slightly. So it's also going to be a bit of a walk back to my car. So, and I already had to leave early. So I'm already, you know, questioning this place. But I'm going to see it. We shall see. Okay, so that one was immediately no. I liked the building, so then I was like, oh wait, maybe I do want to consider this. But the apartments were they were way too tiny, and I'll put pictures, but they were way too tiny, and the first one we went into stunk. It smelled so bad. It was like mold or mildew or something. No, like, it was really bad. That one, the size was okay. I could work with that size. But the second one we saw, the size was so tiny. I couldn't even fit my bed. I couldn't even put my bed in there. I would have to downgrade to a twin. That's, yeah. So because of that, I was able to make it go really fast because I already decided no. So now I gotta hurry and hustle to the next one. And this one I'm a little bit more confident about. The next 2 I'm pretty confident about. So I really liked that place. They had a loft that's really cheap. But the problem with that loft is that you can't stand up. Because I was thinking if I got a loft, I would have my bed be on the regular floor and then my desk be on in the loft. But that definitely can't happen at that loft, which is unfortunate. The reason that I'm trying to do that is because of Mango, because Mango sleeps with me in my bed and he won't be able to get up to the loft. But I did like the space. I like the vibes. I noticed there are no like cabinets or cupboards or anything in the bathroom, but I also noticed there's a built-in wardrobe in the main room, so I wouldn't need my dresser. And it doesn't have any appliances. It just has a sink and a mini fridge. But then it doesn't even have a stovetop or a microwave. So because of that, I'm not sure. But they have a community kitchen, so I could do that. I could use the community kitchen if I wanted to make food. So it's something to consider. I really liked the community feeling of it, but I'm not sure I want to be forced to go to the community kitchen every time I want to make food. I mean, I can bring my microwave for sure, but like boiling noodles and stuff like that. Yeah, it's something to think about. But the price was very decent. It would be under my budget, which is nice. Even the loft is under my budget, and I'd be paying less than I am at my apartment right now, which is a plus for sure. Parking would be hard, but not the hardest. We'll see. Okay, update. I'm not sure when I last updated. I think it was after apartment number 4. Then I saw apartment number 5, which I loved, and they have a Murphy bed available, which would save space, and that had a full kitchen. Oh, not an oven, but that's typical for studios. It had a stovetop and a fridge, a full-size fridge, or at least a mid-sized fridge. I really liked the layout. The bathrooms were big, and they have a trash valet service, and and they had heated floors. So that one I really liked. Then I went to the other one that I squeezed in. I'm not sure I talked about that. When I was at apartment number 4, she said that they had lofts that you could stand up in their sister property, which was not that far away. So I squeezed that in after apartment number 5, and I really did like it. So apartment number 6 I really liked a lot. The loft, I could have a loft that I put my desk up and have like my own office space in the loft area, and then I can have my bed on the ground floor. You know, that would save a lot of space with the studio. So I did really like it. Had a lot of natural lighting, which I loved. It was a lot like apartment number 4 with the community kitchen and everything. In general, I like the layout better of apartment number 6 better than apartment number 4. So I most likely would go with that property instead of apartment number 4, which is run by the same person, and they're very similar vibes. But yeah, I like the apartments in general better in apartment number 6. And then I saw apartment number 7, which I really liked. It has a good layout, a better layout than some of the ones I've seen. Some of the ones I've seen, like the square footage is about the same, but the way everything is laid out would make it a little bit harder with all the stuff I have. So I really loved that about apartment number 7. I also really loved it had a full kitchen, basically. The microwave can also be a conventional oven, so it's basically a full kitchen. It has a mini dishwasher, so it's small, but it's still a dishwasher, which is great. And it has a washer and dryer as well, which they're the stack ones, which don't take up much space. So I really, really did like the layout and everything that includes. It is a little bit pricier than what I was hoping for, but it also includes all utilities. So if you factor in that, then it's, I might be spending the same amount that I would other places. But it's just hard. This is gonna be hard. This is gonna be hard because I've only seen one that's a definite no. Apartment number 4 I'm probably gonna write off because I like apartment number 6 better. So there's only 2 eliminated. I probably don't want apartment number 2 either, because although I love the bathroom and I love the kitchen, the layout would be a bit too hard to work around unless I put something in front of the back door. So maybe there's 3 that I can eliminate, but everything else I can work with, and there are things about them that I love for all of them. So this is gonna be very hard. I am on my way to apartment number 8 and the final apartment today. Hey everyone, so I'm back home. That was a lot. That was a lot, and I had to drive home in traffic. So by the time I got home, I was really tired. I actually had to cancel my stream. I was planning on streaming tonight, but yeah. So I just wanted to update you all on that last apartment that I saw. I really liked it too. It's a little pricey, but there is a promotion going on that would make it less pricey for a year if I applied it to the monthly rent. I did like it. It had a washer and dryer. It had a mini dishwasher. It was a lot like apartment number 7, and it's actually run by the same company. The location is different and the coloring is slightly different. I liked it a lot. So there's a total of 5 that I really like as possible options. 1, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 2, 3, and 4 are no's. Because 2, I feel like there's less space because the kitchen's so big, which I do like the big kitchen, but it makes me give up space for my desk and bed. And I don't like the entryway as much either because it feels a little bit more vulnerable. It feels like a more vulnerable location, even though it's not directly in the city like some of the other ones are. And then number 3 was an absolute no right away. I hated that one. And then number 4 I did like, but it's the sister one to number 6, which I like 6 better. 1, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I really like all of them for all different reasons. So it's kind of gonna make it hard. And I still am seeing more. I'm seeing more tomorrow. I'm seeing 2 tomorrow in a different location. And then I'm gonna see 1 on Sunday. And then I'm seeing 1 or 2 on Tuesday. It's been fun, but also stressful and overwhelming. And I have to make decisions. And I don't know where I want to live. I can't. Oh. I can picture myself in any of them, and they're all around the same price. The one difference is number 1, that was definitely the cheapest one, and it would save me money. So it would be cheaper than what I'm spending here, which would be really nice. But it doesn't have a washer and dryer in the unit. It doesn't have a full fridge, and it doesn't have an oven. But the microwave works as an air fryer, so, but it's also in a brand new building, which I really like too. And I like the location a lot. So, yeah. I just don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay, hey everyone. It's several days later. I forgot to update you all, but it's been a go. Yeah. So I saw another place on Saturday, the day after. I don't remember if I talked about the last place I saw on Friday. I think I did. The place I saw on Saturday is kind of close to my old neighborhood, which also means it's close to my brother and niece and sister-in-law. So I kind of really like that. It is at the top of my budget, so it's questionable, but it is technically a 1-bedroom. It's pretty small for a 1-bedroom, but it's bigger than the studios that I've been looking at, and it would be really cute. I really loved the apartment. I do wish there was a little bit more natural lighting. There's still more than what I have right now, which is good. But there's no in-unit washer and dryer, but there's everything else. There's a dishwasher even. There's not an oven. But there's a stovetop. There's a stovetop, a microwave, a fridge, a dishwasher, which I loved. And I loved the unit. I really did. So I actually really loved that. And it was the first one that I was like, oh, this is it almost. I almost felt like, oh my gosh, this is it when I was in the unit. So I did really love it, but it's at the top of my budget. I also really liked the guy that was touring it. He was super friendly and nice, and I felt good about him. You know, you get different vibes from different managers. I got a pretty good vibe from him. And the other thing is, it's a completely new building, which is really nice. So that's the second completely new building that I've seen. But it's at the top of my budget. That's the main thing that's holding me back. There's no fitness center. The laundry is in the building, obviously, so at least I wouldn't have to go outside. I would have to go all the way downstairs, but and you do it through an app. There's a rooftop, which is nice. So that's basically the only amenity is the rooftop. But yeah, that's one I was really excited about when I first saw it, and then I started thinking about the price, and I was like, oh, should I really do this? Because then I will probably end up paying slightly more than I am now per month. But that wouldn't be impossible for me to pull off, but it would just make things a little tighter, which is not ideal. Then I saw a place on Sunday. It was a much, much bigger studio. It was like twice the size of the studios I've been seeing. It might have even been bigger than the 1-bedroom I saw at the place that I loved. But I don't know. I just didn't feel I didn't feel it. I could do so much with that space. Like, I would have no problem fitting all my furniture, and I would be able to rearrange it all the time, and I love that about it. But I just I didn't feel as connected. So I don't think that's the one, which is sad to say because it has more space than the ones I've been looking at. But that's okay. I don't feel it at that place. I don't know why. It just didn't feel as cute. The other thing. So now now I'm out. So I went to tour my first tour. I was running late. That's why I didn't film. She said that I also had a tour with them at their other property later today, and I didn't know that they own the same one, so she offered to just show me now. Except it turns out the property that I was gonna tour later, the places are are quite a bit smaller than the places that we toured at this one. Luckily, I just was like, you know what, I don't think I can do smaller. But they own lots of different properties around the area, so we went and toured 3 different buildings. So the first one, I liked okay. And they also had a model home set up for one of them. I'll show you the video clips and stuff. What's this? Really high ceilings. We do allow things like putting up shelves or pictures, anything like that is totally fine. We would just ask that you cover up those holes before you leave, or it would just come out of your security deposit. Yeah. The model home helped because it helped me envision how I could fit my furniture in, and if I could fit my furniture. And it was with a queen bed, and I have a full, so that really helped a lot. So that made me feel more confident about it. I did really like that one, but I didn't absolutely love it. I did really kind of love, I guess I'll say, I kind of love one of the ones we looked at after that, at the second building. Apartment number 12 has a washer and dryer in the unit. It actually has one, which works as both a washer and dryer. I've heard of these, but I've never seen them, and I've never used them before, so very interesting. The second one we looked at, in that one, I liked the layout a lot, because I could see how I could rearrange the furniture if I wanted to, and yeah, it gave me some space to work with. I really liked having so much counter space, and it was a corner unit too, so it was a lot of natural lighting and stuff. So we went to the third one, apartment number 13. The first one we looked at was okay. It was a decent size. I really liked the coffee bar. There's like what could be a coffee bar, which I would totally use as a coffee bar, and I love that idea. The bathrooms for this building were a little bit tight, but the showers actually look really nice. But there was tons of shelving, tons of storage space, but it doesn't look like my dresser would fit in where the storage space is. So then we looked at the loft. So there's a loft apartment in this building, and this loft I liked better. Well, I still like the other loft that I looked at because the lighting, there were such huge windows, and so I really loved that aspect of it. But for this loft one, I think I prefer because the layout of the floor, I could basically just have both my office space and my bed and my TV and all that on the first floor, and then I could do whatever I want extra with the loft area, which is nice because I could just use that desk area because it's a really big desk. So I don't know, that's another option. And I also had a breakfast bar, but like I said, the bathroom's a little bit cramped. I don't know. I still don't know. I'm still struggling here. Last night I was thinking it over and I keep going back to apartment number 1 and then the one that I saw on Saturday, number 9. Those are the two I keep going back to because I did really like them and I love the area. But then a part of me is like, but I should try, I should go to a new area that I've never lived in before. At the same time, I kind of want to be closer to family. And both those other apartments are really close to either my parents or my brother. And one of them I'd save money. One of them I would be paying slightly more than I am now. Oh man, I don't even know. I'm stressed. I could see myself in so many of these. That's part of the problem, is that I like them too much. I like all of them too much. But they're not in the perfect location. They're in a fun location though. I don't know. I'm gonna go see one more today. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so apartment number 14 is probably a no. The space is workable. I can definitely work with the layout. The layout I liked for how small it was. But there's only a microwave, and I don't think there's a community kitchen or anything, which I mean I could live with, but I don't like that place as much as others. I like the view. The view is really cool in one of them because I could see the city. I could see a lot. And I love that. I love that view. But the other thing is the bathroom's really tiny. And there's no closet space at all. And it's really pricey for what it is, because that's almost at the top of my budget. So I'd much rather go with the other place that I like better, that's at the top of my budget. So yeah, that's a no. That's a no. I'm gonna head home now. Yay! And that wraps up this video. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And also don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you are notified every time that I post a video. The next video you see will be Vlogmas Day 1. So I'll see you then. Don't forget to reach out if you want to book a trip. I'm a travel agent and all my services are completely free. Also, don't forget to go check out my other videos. Right now I'm uploading a trip to Disney World and Universal Orlando, so be sure to go watch those videos. There are still several videos from that trip to upload, so it will probably go until February. Go check out my other stuff. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Bye!